on, Mark. We're recording. Okay, so we're briefly talking about James Bond, Diamonds Are Forever.
Yeah, that was the first Bond movie I ever saw in January of 1972, and I took my little cassette tape recorder with me to the drive-in and recorded it. And since back then there
Love
was
that.
no video or anything, we just we would listen to the tapes over and over. And to this day, I don't think there's a line in the movie uh, that I have forgotten. And that's probably the same with all of the Bond movies, at least the Connery movies.
I did the same thing. I recorded Destroy All Monsters.
Oh, I had all of the cassette tape. And after my mom died a few years ago and I was cleaning out the attic, I found a box of my old cassette tapes and it had almost all of the old Toho monster movies, that I had recorded.
Which is funny because, all right, so I used to listen to it and okay, so a lot of people would say television or movies don't translate to audio, but for decades, and it only ended a couple of years ago, there was a radio station in Miami that simulcast, I think, CBS. So you could listen to television on your radio.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Not just the news.
Not just the news.
Hmm.
Like we used to listen to Star Trek: The Next Generation.
Some of the daytime soap operas were simulcast back in the day too.
Oh, really?
Yeah. Well, as for like the old Toho films, there were quite a few that I had essentially memorized the soundtrack before I had ever even seen them, like Frankenstein Conquers the World. I knew the dialogue ahead of time before I finally ever got to see that movie.
Everybody loves War of the Gargantuas.
Oh, that's my favorite non-Godzilla Daikai film. I love it. Yeah.
Nobody ever realizes that it's a sequel to Frankenstein Conquers the World.
Or Frankenstein versus Baragon in Japan.
Yeah.
Well, in case you don't know where you are, welcome back to the Lovecraft eZine podcast. We do not have a guest today and I'm gonna do that more because I've been running ragged with all these interviews. Wow. So not that that's bad, but yeah, so I'm Mike Davis. Hey, Bridget's here and the guys are here. You guys want to introduce yourselves? Bridget, start.
Hello, I am Bridget, composer, artist, musician, horror fan, final girl, all those things.
Yeah, we're going to talk about your book for a few minutes today,
too.
Yeah. Mark, what?
If Bridget's a final girl, somebody has to actually be her slasher.
That's true.
It's you.
That's a good point.
Everyone knows it's you, Pete.
Yeah. Okay.
Thanks
I do know where she lives.
Thanks for making that face. I'm going to screenshot that later.
Who has the most sketchy hair? That's the one who it is.
That's
Not
depends
Mark.
on what you mean by sketchy.
I mean, well, I'm looking at Pete.
Oh. Are you looking at Pete or are you looking at Pete's beard? I just looked up bring her back. Okay, Mark, do you introduce yourself?
Okay, no, I didn't. I am Mark Rainey, editor, writer of many horrific things, massive Daikaiju fan, and interloper on the Lovecraft eZine podcast. Anytime I can eZine podcast, Mike into letting me in.
Carpenter.
Yep. Sorry, I had to mute the YouTube version.
Thank you, Mark. It was such a great introduction that we heard it, echoed as well. So, Matt, you have a price?
Yes, I do. Hi, I'm Matt Carpenter. We can talk about movie night last night, but if you want to, you can enter for our podcast prize. It is a paperback copy of Edenville by Sam Rebeline. It's a reading kind of copy. Just send an email to ezineprizes@gmail.com and put Eden in the subject line. We'll draw a winner in like 6 or 8 weeks, and maybe it'll be you.
Maybe it'll be me. No, I have that. We had Sam on a couple months ago.
Yes, we did.
Yes, we did. Alan.
Hello, Alan Hughes, teacher, artist, and theme park survivor.
We're gonna hear about that too.
What was the theme?
The theme was waiting in line.
Horror.
Oh,
Horror.
yes. The Halloween Horror Nights at Universal.
Did you guys hear about? Okay, so I guess in Britain, in some small town, there was a really bad problem with stray dogs attacking people on the street.
Okay.
And this is
This
not
is the non sequitur. Okay.
no,
But I want to hear though.
all right. So the city council, in their infinite wisdom, decided that they needed to communicate this concern to their population. So they created a stage play and put it
What?
on.
What?
Yes.
You're making this up.
No, I'm not making this up. And during the stage play,
Oh my gosh.
a stray dog wandered onto the stage and attacked the actor.
That is what we
perfect.
like to call
But-
irony when in writing.
That's perfect.
The audience thought it was part of the show, and they gave it a standing ovation.
How can we look this up? Where did you say it was?
I heard this on NPR today.
Oh, okay.
So, yeah, very, very funny.
That speaker was Pete Rollick, who's about to introduce himself.
Oh, I'm Pete Rollick. I am Bridget Stalker. And
Man
I
of the unruly hair.
yeah, well, I went fishing this morning, and this is what you get. Post fishing. I did not have
We're
time.
happy to have you either
Yep.
way. Payman says it looks like Pete Rollick is going to play Santa. Actually, that is true.
That is
Bad
exactly
Santa. Bad Santa.
that is exactly why I'm growing this out. Because every year I play Santa Claus for my wife's students, and I have grown to hate the beard, the fake beard.
Mhm.
So I decided to see if I could grow it out. Doesn't look half bad.
So you annually traumatize children, Pete?
Yes.
Oh my God.
Yes.
Well, Pete, maybe that's the real punk rock, Pete.
Yeah. No, I was never punk. I was always goth. But now I might be a little bit emo, but whatever.
Why? No, you're not emo. No.
Okay.
Okay, Alan knows where that punk rock is
I-
from. I don't think the rest of you do. So, yeah. Well, let's talk about Bridget's book first. Yes. It's called I checked my mailbox late last night. I still don't have it. So I'll
Dang
probably
it.
arrive tomorrow.
Yeah, because actually some of them that went out with the staff paper notebook have gotten to people first. So that's weird.
Oh. Well, you got a copy you can show everybody.
Yes.
And I'll try and find a link.
Ooh.
Very nice.
Try not to get the glare too much, but
That looks really good.
That's lovely.
thank you, Matt. I'm really proud of my cover design.
Looks great.
So it is all color glass pages.
Holy moly, that's nice.
Yeah, it turned out really awesome. Oh, I'll show you the most Lovecraftian drawing, even though
Does that include the fugue of Eric Zahn?
well, sort of.
Oh, I like it.
Wow, that's
The
awesome.
view.
That's the most there we go. That's the most Lovecraftian
That's
drawing.
awesome.
And you did all the art, obviously, too, right?
I did all the art and the writing. So basically at the beginning, you got
Guys,
a letter.
people watching, I just posted the link in the side chat. So sorry.
Cool.
Go ahead.
So right at the beginning, you get a letter from Melody Zahn that's asking, well, it just says Melody, you can infer, but asking you to help her out. And so you go to the estate.
I have a question. Is it Melody's on? I think it's Melody's on. I'm inferring that.
Yeah, exactly.
We're just like, shut up.
Hey, you figured it out. Whoopee. And then, a few pages later, you go to her room and you find her journal. That's the cover for her journal. And then you follow along with her journal basically as she's trying to write spooky music, and you're doing exercises along with whatever was in her journal as you're trying to find out what happened to her and to her father, and I won't spoil the end.
So this is so cool. Like you actually have all the physical copies now?
Yes, I have the soft covers. The hard covers I will have soon, hopefully.
So
I think
how can a fan get a hold of a copy if they didn't buy Kickstarter? So
I just posted the link.
Yeah, they're going live tomorrow at noon. So for those people, depending on when you're listening, that is Monday, October 13th, 2025 at noon. It will go live on my website.
Are there limited copies?
Yes. About 140 copies right now of the soft cover. I also have this, which is a staff paper notebook. It's just staff paper. Nice. But as a musician, piano teacher, piano player throughout my life, I thought that, staff paper books shouldn't be boring. So this actually matches Melody's journal cover design. And after you're done with the book, you can just, frame this and put it on the wall if you want. So
I do think it's important to point out that you don't have to be a musician to get a lot out of this book. It's just really cool. And especially the music of eZine is one of my favorite Lovecraft stories. Coincidentally, most of us here just talked about that for a Patreon episode.
Yeah.
Last week, I think it was.
Yeah, me too, obviously.
Yes, you were there.
Yeah, there was a copy there too. Yeah, I've definitely been inspired by that story, and I just thought it was fun to try and kind of pull that into when I was writing this book. So I have been a piano teacher for many years before I joined the Army, and some of my students that were around the teen age group particularly enjoyed writing scary music around the Halloween season. So I did decades ago a composition workshop with some of them, and that's kind of what the impetus was for making this a workbook that lots of people could use. But it's good for adults too. I taught a lot of adult piano players, and I always thought that once somebody became an adult and they have a method book, it was always black and white and no more pictures and nothing like that, as opposed to the kid piano books, they're covered with pictures. And I thought, well, why can't an adult have a workbook that has pictures? We still like fun things. So those kind of things made me want to write this as a fun book that anybody could enjoy.
Cool. I guess mine will probably arrive tomorrow, I'm guessing. So
I hope so. Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Well, like I said, try to remember to put the link in the show notes too. But like I said, I've got it on the side chat. If you're watching later, you can still see it right there. The side chat lines up with what we talked about at the time we talked about it. So
yes. For those listening, my website is Dark Side of the Bridge Studios. That's my art and music media company. So if you go to darksideofthebridgestudios.com, then it'll be right on the front page, and there'll be a link to all the stuff, including the book, on the front.
Matt, did you want to talk about movie night?
Yeah, so a couple things. You may know, if you've been watching this channel, Something Wicked This Way Comes has not been streaming for ages. For whatever reason. I at least have been looking for years and not finding it easily to stream. But this year it is available on Disney Plus. And so we watched it last night for movie night. This is the first time I've watched it since it was released in 1983. And I gotta say, I didn't realize that the screenplay was actually written by Ray Bradbury, which explains why the prose was so practically musical for large parts of it. And I got to say, it really held up well with conveying a mood and the look of the actors and the time. And the only thing that I didn't think held up was the special effects were really weak, which didn't matter till you got to the last the 5 minutes of action where that's all that mattered.
Yeah.
So,
One of my favorite scenes is when the kid's dad is in the library and Mr. Dark comes in.
That was
Yeah.
actually that came across extremely well still. The script,
And he
the
says, I know who
pacing,
you
the
are.
rhythm.
You are
But
the
it's
autumn
like
people. Yeah.
when the lightning's striking the circus and all the wind is blowing up all the tents and stuff, it just looked, it was not great. But
Yeah.
I didn't care because I really enjoyed it otherwise. And I think most of the people who watched it hadn't seen it in years either. So it was really nice.
Yeah,
It's
that
Yeah,
was the
funny
Mike and
same
I
for
were.
me. Yeah,
Yeah.
I watched that with Kim on, I think it was Friday night. And I believe that was the first time I've seen it since I saw it at the theater in '83. And I agree exactly that, yeah, it held up beautifully. And the special effects didn't bother me at all because we were so engaged in the story and the characterization.
Jason Robards and the guy who played Mr. Dark. I'm blanking on his
Yeah,
name.
Jonathan Price.
Right. Bridget,
He
you were
Yeah.
did great. But,
I was saying that Mike and I had mentioned that I think we had both, but I know for sure I had the first time I saw it was in grade school when a teacher brought in the wheelie cart with the TV and the VHS is when I first got to see something this way come. So it definitely has stuck with me for my life.
But I remember reading in the papers back at the time of release that Pam Grier had been in like a lot of, I guess, had been in some blaxploitation pictures in the 70s. She had a little bit of a career.
Yeah.
And then she sort of fell off Hollywood's radar. And for a while, she was in nothing. And this was actually an avenue for her to get back into acting, is what I had heard. And I thought she had a very mysterious presence. I really liked her in the part of the Queen and the Seductress. I thought she did
Yeah.
was really kind of very um, magnetic on the screen. It was easy to
Yeah, I
see why
agree.
the director liked her look for that part.
It was longer than I thought it was, and that's not a bad thing. I must have watched. Was there a shorter version that was played on TV? Because that's probably what I would
I don't
want.
remember.
I've heard that
That's a good
happens a lot.
question.
Yeah. Back in the day on network TV because they got to fit it in a 2-hour slot. They got to have commercials, all that stuff. So yeah, I've got it on DVD, but I don't think it's actually ever been streaming
I
for
don't think
whatever
so
reason.
either.
And
So
so
take
I'm glad it
advantage is
finally
all I
is.
can say. It's a
Yeah.
wonderful movie. Finding out that
Wonderful book
Bradbury
too.
actually did the script was, well, it made sense listening to the dialogue.
Um, how long has it been since you guys read that book? It's
Oh
just
my
the source
Lord.
material is fantastic.
I'm probably gonna have to do that again because it's been ages and ages.
Yeah. Been a long time.
I reread it. Let's see. I think last year, if I can find it in here. Yeah, here it is. And there's like in the third chapter. There's good, obviously prose everywhere. I mean, there's nobody like Bradbury, but his dad, and it's so wistful and nostalgic. And yeah, first of all, it was October, a rare month for boys. That's in the movie too. Um, and then, yeah, chapter 3 says the bartender says to Holloway, Will's dad, "Have a drink," and he says, "I don't need it, but someone inside me does." And he says, "Who?" And he thinks the boy I once was, wrestling in the deep bones that were stacked for burning, but never burned. But he couldn't say that. It's just a great book, and they did a really good job keeping that mood, the mood of an atmosphere of the book in the movie. So
Mr. Dark has shown up in the Pete Rawlick connected universe.
Yes, I did a little homage to Something Wicked This Way Comes.
Yeah.
Nice.
Where's that?
Uh,
In the Peasley paper? Is it in the
in the
Peasley
Peabody
papers?
Papers. Yeah.
Hmm. Did you want to talk about the H.P. Lovecraft Film Festival for some reason too, Matt?
Sure, I'm happy to share. Um, it's just the same as it is every year. The difference was the date, and that meant they weren't quite as organized as before. For me, the best part is going there. There's some people that I know, people I don't know, but I recognize, and then watching some Lovecraftian cinema. I I'm having a hard time remember what movies I enjoyed the most.
Yeah.
There were some long form movies that were okay, not great, okay. But the best things, I guess, were like they showed on the big screen for the 20th anniversary of The Call of Cthulhu by the H.P. Lovecraft Historical Society.
Yeah.
And something that I didn't realize when the movie The Empty Man came out, it was in 2022.
Mhm.
Pandemic was in full swing. They had been contracted to have it play in cinemas all across the country. So it played, but nobody was there to watch it. so,
Yeah.
so to finally celebrate the movie properly, they showed The Empty Man on the big screen. And it was just as interesting and intriguing and weird and creepy as it was the first time. I saw it on streaming. So it was really great to see The Empty Man on the big screen, particularly with the director there.
And it did gain, I won't say new life, a life on when it started streaming.
The
It got
director
a lot of
also
fans then.
did AM 1200.
Oh, I
Oh,
love
that's
that.
the same guy?
Yeah.
Mhm.
I did not know that. AM 1200 is fantastic.
Yeah. I think he ended
AM
up
1200 is on YouTube, or at least it was last time I checked. The director put it there.
they
It's a 20
showed that on
minute
the big
Lovecraftian
screen
video.
too. I was
Yeah.
gonna watch it, but I ended up doing something else. I don't remember what.
Yeah. Yeah. Okay.
Um,
Great.
so if you can go, by all means go. Um, they really have a hard time farming it out to any other location. If you want to go to Providence instead, not this summer, but the next summer, they'll have a version there as well. But it's kind of hard, I guess, if you don't want to take the flight and the hotel room from the middle of the country to go see the film festival. It would be nice if they had a third city that was closer to people, but it hasn't been working out.
Yeah, they did Mobile a couple years ago and it didn't fly.
Yeah,
Um,
it was
I don't know
not
what
a
to
lot of
do.
people
It's
came out
like
there.
if like you have it in Chicago, great. Everybody can get to Chicago, but it's also very expensive.
Right.
Yeah.
In fact, at some point when things settle down, you may want to have Gwen and Brian on and ask what the future of the film festival is.
That's a good
Because
idea.
Andrew Migliori did it for 15 years. Now they've done it for 15 years. For now, they're planning to continue to do it, but eventually someone else will need to take over. Um,
Speaking of Andrew, he said he sent me a message and said that he talked about the eZine on opening night or whatever it was. Said
um,
something. I was like, that was nice of you. So
the thing is, I was in the theater. I don't really remember. You know,
well, at your age,
right.
it can be
I don't
expected.
know what exactly he said about it or anything.
We'll assume it's really, really positive.
Yeah, but or maybe he did it in one of the side theaters. I don't know. I don't really remember.
It was nice. It was a nice note to get.
I know he was going to, but anyway, he is still involved in the film festival, like showing up there, maybe running some panels or something, but he doesn't do any of the arrangements anymore.
Mm.
I
Yeah.
just think that has to be exhausting. I can't
Oh,
imagine how much work it is.
yeah.
if you want to support the film festival, the easiest way to do it is go to the Arkham Bazaar and buy some of their t-shirts.
Also go to the film festivals.
Yeah, it's just hard. Okay, so like you have the flight to Portland, then there's no inexpensive hotel right by the venue. There is kind of a sketchy motel. So then you have to get a hotel room like one or two metro stops away, and they're not necessarily inexpensive. If you're lucky, you can get in on the room block. So you got the plane ticket, then you got the hotel room, plus you're eating in Portland. You know what I mean?
Did you use oh shit, I just blinked on the where you can get rides.
Well,
You guys know what I'm talking about?
Frankly,
The Max.
Huh?
You're talking about the Max?
No, I'm talking about people getting rides in cars instead of
Oh, Uber.
cabs. Uber, yes,
carpooling.
thank you.
Well, yeah, you can use Uber, but the thing is, it's like since this, I would stay at the DoubleTree Hotel. I think Pete stayed there before.
Yeah.
We also stayed at a hotel by the convention center. Well, the one by the convention center is like 3 or 4 stops away. The one by the DoubleTree's one stop away. It's really easy to get around. I mean, they have great public transport.
You didn't stay at the Murdery Motel?
I'm too old for that stuff. But it's very enjoyable. I really like going. I don't know if I'm going to go this year because instead we're going to go to Necronomicon. So I don't know about 26.
Yeah.
If
By the
you
way,
want to, another thing, you still
Yeah.
can buy a pass for the streaming weekend, which is the first weekend in December.
yeah. Google HP Lovecraft Film Festival, probably find the information on that. Something neat. First of all, I interviewed Michael Wehunt, Nadia Bolkin, and Christian, I can't remember his last name, the guy who published In the Mouth of Madness. So that's on this channel. That's all within like the last 10 days. But Michael Wehunt, his new book, The October Film Haunt, we talked about that. And in that book, the protagonist, she's a horror, aficionado. So in her backpack, it mentions that she has a couple of horror patches and a Joe Pulver patch. That was just, I saw that out of the blue and I was like, oh man, that is awesome. So yeah, check out those, you guys, to the audience. If you haven't checked them out. I think Alan read the In the Mouth of Madness one, didn't you?
Yes, excellent.
Yeah. So anyway, Pete wants to talk about Bring Her Back, whatever that is.
So Bring Her Back is an Australian film by the same people who did Talk to Me, which was Talk to Me was a great little film. If you haven't seen it, I did
I've
not.
seen it.
And you don't agree that was a great little film?
I don't agree that it was a great little film, but I'm in the minority.
So anyway, Bring Her
Go
Back.
on.
Bring Her Back is about a couple of kids, uh, one in her early teens who's blind, and another one who is like 6 months away from his 18th birthday. They come home one day and their dad is dead in the bathroom, and they get put into foster care. And they get put into foster care with someone who already has a kid that they're fostering who is nonverbal, and they are also there's a dead child.
In foster care?
No, the foster mother has a dead child who is also blind. So there's a kind of bond there, but things go very, very downhill very quickly. And in many ways, it reminds me of that movie, Something Song, where
A
it's
Dark Song.
a dark song,
That's a
where
great movie.
um actually doing magic is really, really difficult.
Yeah.
The other song, the story it reminds me of is like we need to do something about
Heaven?
Jackson.
Jackson.
Yeah, where the older couple is trying to bring their grandson back.
Oh, I haven't seen that one. Yeah.
Um, anyway, um, I can't give away too much. Um, I thought maybe being blind was sort of, you know, cheesy and a way to make things difficult, but it actually is integral part to the storyline and does not seem like a cheat. So
Okay.
so
And
there.
the
So
young
you really
actress
like the movie.
was
That's what
blind.
Yeah, the
Ah.
actual actress is blind, and I think you watched it, Alan.
I've seen it, yes.
I really enjoyed it. I thought she was great.
I think I mean, for built on three young performers, they were all excellent.
Like, yes, the nonverbal kid. Oh my God, he's an incredible actor at what's got to be like 10, right?
That was the character's age, so he was around that.
So
Yeah.
I
really
guess I
good,
need to
really
see
worth
this.
watching. I was
Okay.
really impressed.
And you're right about the magic. I mean, the rich, again, I don't want to say too much, but the ritual at the root of this has way too many moving parts, which is probably intentional. That would be
Yeah,
that's why things go sideways.
yeah. Like, and like so the one conceit I will tell you is that she doesn't have a book to tell her how to do the ritual. She has a videotape
Oh my goodness.
In Russian.
Wow.
in Russian.
That's great.
VHS or Betamax?
I think it was VHS, right?
I didn't.
It's probably.
Yeah.
I don't know what format won in Russia in the 80s.
Now, is Bring Her Back set in the modern day or
Yes.
okay.
Yes. But
Sounds
yeah,
like
and it's never talked about how old the VHS tape is. Um, but also there's some indication that they've used the VHS tape before and it's worked.
hmm,
So yeah,
like on something smaller, maybe.
no on another kid.
Okay.
But you never actually see that other kid, and you never see the parents. So it could, like, I'm saying that they have evidence that it worked before, but it also could be like, that whole urban legend thing that this really works.
Yeah.
You can get what you want back. Um, that said, since you never see it, you don't know that it's actually been successful in the long run, and it could be very, very Pet Cemetery.
Sounds like I need to see this.
It's pretty
Thanks.
good.
Yeah.
I really enjoyed it. Um, and there's some little details uh that flash on screen just for a few moments, and then you're like, oh shit. And then it's like sort of never brought back to light. Uh
Rewind and freeze frame.
yeah, but ultimately, like that little bit of body horror is hits you at that site, and it doesn't need to be played again.
Okay.
So, because it's done its job. Anyway,
Probably available for rent on Amazon and
I don't think
Yeah. It's on HBO right now.
yeah, it's on
Oh.
HBO for free. So
Okay. All right.
really good. I really liked it. I was surprised. I put it on, look, we all know Pete watches a lot of crap movies.
Yeah, I
And
wanted to
We
talk
all
to
know
you about
this.
right.
second screen shows, but go on.
So the other movie I watched this week was Cyclops from like 1954,
Was
which is
it better or worse than Bring Her Back?
it's much worse, but it's also like it's by the guy who did it's by the director who did the uh Attack of the 50-foot.
Eli Gordon on it.
Yeah.
So brilliance, in other words.
And but it looks like they took like test footage of the the face of the Giant and used it for this movie for the Cyclops. It's just really bad.
It's awful.
But
Of
yeah,
course,
so
Mark's seen it.
yeah,
I have tried to watch it twice, and I never got more than halfway through it. I think.
it's got Lon Chaney Jr. in it, so I thought maybe it would be pretty good.
No.
And HBO was well, not HBO, but Turner Classics was promoting it as a classic B movie, and like, no, this is not a classic B movie. This is shit.
Yeah, it's along the lines of the was it War of the Colossal Beast and the 50-foot woman and stuff, where you can you see the superimposed giant figure, then you can see right through them. I mean, the map
Yes.
work is like non-existent.
So anyway, Pete watches lots of shit. This I put on because I thought it was going to be shit.
And it was shittier.
And it was Bring Her Back was not what I thought it was going to be. It actually sucked me in, and it was a decent horror movie. I was very impressed. And I thought it was on par with Sinners.
Wow.
Yeah.
That's high praise.
I've not seen Sinners yet. Definitely want to.
So Sinners has great music, great choreography, great acting, great script. I thought that was a magnificent vampire movie. Yeah. Anyway, that's me. That's what I did this week.
But you watch a lot of horror movies while you're doing something else, right?
Yes.
Okay, so Logan just, as we all know, I'm not necessarily with it on the latest pop culture terms,
Okay.
like say from 1971 on. He told me about this concept called second screen TV in movies, or TV mostly. You
Okay.
familiar with this? They repeat information in the movie or in the TV show a lot because they assume the viewer is on their phone.
Oh, second screen. I get it. Yes.
Yeah. Oh, I thought you'd be familiar with this since you do it all the time. You're usually
I
on the
do it
computer,
all
right?
the time. I write and I work with bad movies on in the background.
Yeah, but at least you're getting something done when you're writing
And I
on
know
your second screen.
Bridget and I have talked about this, is like, particularly in horror movies, the movies tell you with music when something's about to happen.
Yes.
So
Oh yeah.
you can put down whatever you're working on and look at the screen.
Now I got a question for you guys. We know Pete does this. Does anybody else, like when you're watching a movie, you just focus on the movie and TV, or do you have, your phone in your hand or your computer, or are you doing something else? I'm curious.
It depends. If I'm watching something that I really want to study and take in, then I will pay attention. But a lot of times I have movies on while I'm doing other things. And a lot of times it's movies I've seen over and over again. Or if it's just like a schlock B movie where I really don't care about the plot because there isn't one anyways, I'm probably going to have it on in the background when I'm doing something else.
Yeah.
Now, I usually watch I'm pretty devoted to watching the movie unless if it loses my interest somewhere along the line, then I'll be happy to pick up like if I'm watching the Cyclops, after the first few minutes, I'm going to be, scrolling Facebook or something.
Yeah.
That happened to me with
the sled,
Primitive
by
War.
the way.
Oh, is Primitive War not good?
It's just cliche ridden. It's fine, but I had high hopes for it. And
Guys shooting dinosaurs with machine guns, right?
yeah, but
So it's like
Played that video game.
Oh my God. Okay, so two things. Well, first, the other thing I watched this week was Peacemaker.
Series 2.
The last episode?
The last episode
Okay.
is a brief 10-second Lovecraftian scene, right?
There was. Yeah.
Haven't seen season 2 yet.
Haven't seen any of it.
I've actually really enjoyed it.
I
Yeah,
like
everyone's
series
saying
one.
season 2 was great. Yeah, everyone's talking about Peacemaker.
Yeah. But here's the thing you need to know is that I didn't start out watching television and writing at the same time. What happened was, and I can trace it back, I was going through a bad divorce and I did not want to go home from work to an empty house. So I would take a laptop and I would go to a bar and I would write at the bar and listen to live music while I was writing. And
Right.
that just developed into the need for background noise while I'm writing. Um, and so
Yeah.
I can't afford to bring a band in to play in the back in the backyard every day.
Oh, come on, you writers are all rich.
And famous.
Yeah.
Who are you
Anyway,
again? Just kidding.
Fred, Scott Jackson wants to know if there's such thing as a good divorce. No, but there's shit. There's
After it's
levels.
over. Yeah.
There's levels of bad.
That's for sure.
All right.
Yes. Danielle
this-
has to have something going on in the background when she's working on school stuff and everything.
When
Even when
what made
she's
this divorce
sleeping.
bad was that she took half my books.
That's awful.
Well, that's bad.
Yep.
I mean, money is one thing, but books.
Yep. She
What
took
about you, Alan, and you, Matt? Do you guys just focus on what you're watching? You're
I
muted.
start out trying to watch most movies, and then
Yeah.
it like Bridget said, it's at some point if it's not holding my attention, I'll start drawing. That's usually what I'll do.
That's pretty cool. Yeah.
Good to have do art.
What I'll do is I'll say put on sports, and if I have sports on like soccer or football, then I'm usually doing something else. But if I'm going to watch a movie, I have a hard time hearing or paying attention to dialogue if I don't try and give it my attention. But if I get at 30 minutes in and it's just shit, then it really just sort of depends if I had my resolution that I'm going to finish this regardless, or if I just say, screw it, it's not even worth it. If you think about like how many times have you actually, now that no one goes to the movie theater, how many times have you walked out on a movie? And I can only think on two occasions when I wanted to, but I was with someone else and they didn't.
Yeah.
So it's like when you're at the movie theater, you just watch the movie. Like I went to some anime movie with my son today, and oh my God. It's like not only was it really a lot longer than I thought, an incomprehensible anime, but it was also apparently part one of three, something that
Oh, good. You
represented
get to
the
see the other
culmination of a
two, and then
5-year
it'll all
series.
make sense.
That would be Demon Slayer, right?
Yeah, I forget it.
I took my daughter to see it.
Have you seen any of this stuff before?
I mean, she's told me about things. I
Yeah,
could kind
my
of
son
follow.
starts telling me, and it's like I get this test pattern in my brain. It's
I mean,
so
it was thrilling, but my whole complaint was, okay, we're about to have a fight scene. Swords are drawn, and then you go into a 30-minute flashback.
that's anime. They stand there like posing with, you see the drop of sweat running down, you see the tear running down. It's like, that's just classic anime. It's been like that, frankly, since Zatch Bell or whatever.
Mm-hmm.
It is.
So my girls
Wow.
are deep into. I wish it was they like K-pop Demon Slayer, but what they're really deep into right now is, God help me, JoJo's Bizarre Adventure.
That's weird. That's
It's
weird.
very weird. It's very
Wow.
stylized artwork, and like the latest episode takes place 30 miles away from me. So yeah, but
Well, I like Bob's Burgers, speaking of animated stuff, but I don't think that's anime.
oh,
Bob's
I have a
Burgers is a good
question.
show.
Matt,
Yes.
Oh,
Matt, where are you? Because
he's got the power box.
He's traveling
Yeah.
to the relatives again.
Well, we're up in Madison. My sons have a condo. I'm in a small room in the condo.
all right, I spent a month one afternoon in Madison.
It kind of looks like my garage. I'm tempted to go down there.
Yeah, to see if he's he looks like my garage shoe because we all have that exact
You're
same.
in the basement, aren't you?
There's like a bed with some bedding on it, and there's
I
nothing else in this
I
room.
love how you've decorated this room.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's early college dorm student.
Well, that's essentially the thing is
Missing posters.
we've got a condo here. It needs some refurbishment. Like it needs to have the bathroom redone, the cabinetry needs to be redone. So we stay down here, but it's kind of like we're staying in an unfinished apartment, sort of.
Yeah.
It looks unfinished.
But, you know, who knows, in about a year, we'll probably have this room set up as an office.
And I'm out on the back porch, and between the rain and the thunder and the three-load burning eye, I think I'm going to go back inside.
Are you
Okay.
Give me a
you getting
moment.
any of this nor'easter right now?
Do what?
You getting any of this nor'easter?
Not much. We got right now. We just got a little squall blowing through here, but it's not supposed to last. But I don't like my computer getting wet, so I'm going to run indoors. It was nice out when I started.
Wise policy.
Yeah, I will be back.
Well, I don't think there's any wrong answer to how you watch TV and so forth. I just found it so strange that there's actually shows that they design with this in mind. You know.
Wow.
I
hadn't thought of this.
Yeah. So yeah. I have to focus on what I'm watching. And if I don't like it, I just turn it off and do something else. That's just me.
Yeah, the problem I have is like I'll spend 20 or 30 minutes looking for something to watch. And then if I finally found something, I'll commit to it.
It's getting damp.
And then I committed to it. And there's only a handful of movies where like I was like, nope, nope, this is just bad. And it's usually a silent movie.
I did a nope on Nope, by the way.
Really?
Yes, really.
I just remember I really hated Private Benjamin, and I would have walked out on that movie. But my uncle, I think, was fond of Goldie Hawn.
I want to go to the mall. I want to get my hair done. I want to get a mani
Oh,
pedi.
it was intolerable. I didn't realize she was just representing what New York society would become.
I walked out of Batman and Robin.
Oh, really?
Really?
Yeah. And I don't hate it now, but
I believe that I was walked out of Santa Claus versus the Martians.
Why would you even go to the theater to see
I was a child. I was walked out of.
Okay. You were walked out. You didn't walk out.
My grandmother took us out because it was just horrendously bad.
By the way, the annual Lovecraft eZine Halloween show is 2 weeks from today.
Yay!
Yeah. So, the Thomas brothers will be there as usual. Are you guys coming to it?
I have to be at Spooky Empire in Orlando.
That's cool.
Al going back.
Everyone's going to Orlando now.
Yeah.
You,
Al going
Alan.
back and Daniel Brum and John Urbanchik. So yeah. Oh, and some woman named Elvira.
Rad.
Yeah. Anyway.
Nice. We're not going to do everything that we're going to talk about. We can do that next week, maybe. But yeah, my cat is missing. I'm pretty upset about it. So, moving on. Alan's horror vacation. What was the best horror stuff?
Well, I went to Universal Halloween Horror Nights at Orlando, and the main thing we went for though was to see the new park that Universal opened up. And if you're a Universal Monster fan, that's a good place to go. They had a whole section built on Universal Monsters. They had
I'm jealous.
they had a ride called Monsters Unleashed, and it's not a roller coaster. It looks like it was a reskinning of the Harry Potter Hogwarts ride. You're sitting in a chair. It moves through various video screens. It simulates motion, and there's animatronics. It's got there's a little story. The granddaughter or a descendant of Dr. Frankenstein has captured Dracula, and all of the Universal creatures show up. We did that ride twice. Definitely.
Nice.
Yeah, that was a good one. And then if you stay at night and pay extra, you can go to the horror nights, and that's where they have 10 haunted houses set up. Some of them are originals, some of them are based on licensed properties. And so my son he wanted to do the Terrifier. And
there's actually a ride.
Well, not a ride, it's a walkthrough, and you'll walk through, and various Art the Clowns jump out at you with hopefully not real chainsaws and things like that.
My thought exactly whenever I walk through one of those things.
So you know they're real chainsaws, right?
I hope
God,
not.
it's like if somebody trips.
I smelled gasoline whenever somebody was running past us. I thought that fake chainsaw has a gasoline smell. That's very authentic.
They are real chainsaws without the chains.
Without the chains.
Oh, wow.
Okay. Well, still.
So yeah, it's a trick.
Yeah. The one of the original haunted houses was called the Artiste, and it was a lot of, I think that was my favorite one. A lot of Spanish folk horror. It had different things. Ghost, it had gargoyles. It was a very 19th century Gothic look. And then there was the one I didn't get to do, and maybe we can talk about that in a minute. I don't know if anybody here is a Friday the 13th fan, but it's this had the longest wait, and so we didn't do it. It was the Jason universe.
Oh, jeez.
And they can't call it Friday the 13th.
Okay.
This new this arrangement where I'm seeing Jason Universe everywhere, because the person that I think it's the writer of the creator of Friday the 13th has the rights to the character Jason, but not the rights to the name Friday the 13th. So they're doing. So I kind of follow slasher stuff.
Obviously, Les Klinger is not their attorney. So.
Well, that legal dispute was one reason there's not been a Friday the 13th movie in how long? Almost 20 years now.
And society has really suffered as a result.
Oh.
I'm just giving you a hard time.
No, but
I'm glad you guys had fun. It sounds great.
It was fun. Yeah. Oh, and the Fallout. They had a Fallout walkthrough, and that was one of my favorite ones because I'm looking forward to the show coming out in a week or two. Second season.
Yeah.
You have someone behind you. Over your right shoulder.
Oh yeah, that's one of the cats.
It's a cat.
I know.
Thought Mad came up from the garage.
Pete, Scott wants to know what you're doing at the con. Scott Jackson wants to know.
So I have a panel Friday night and 3 panels Saturday. And a signing. So
what are the panels?
There's
you don't know?
No, I do. I have it written down. I just don't have it easily accessible. But there's one on writing scary fiction in Florida, because when it's always sunny, how do you deal with that?
Well,
you're
perfect for that. Yeah.
Yeah. Then there's like haunted places in Florida beyond I-4. I-4 is like a road that runs from like Tampa to Jacksonville, and like there are it's a horrible road. And then there's one on breaking into horror, and that's all I can remember right now. So yeah.
Okay. So I'm reading Red Dragon by Thomas Harris. I've never read it before. It's not usually my type of thing. And in the Kindle version, which I have got on sale, a while back, there's a foreword by Thomas Harris. And he talks about when he's writing, quote, I was invisible then out there in the dark. The way that I am invisible to my characters when I'm in a room with them and they are deciding their fates with little or no help from me. And then he talks about Graham and I went onto the violent ward, and the steel door slammed shut behind us with a terrific noise. Will Graham and I, excuse me, approaching Dr. Lecter's cell. Graham was tense, and I could smell fear on him. I thought Dr. Lecter was asleep, and I jumped. When he's talking about writing this book, when he recognized Will Graham by scent without opening his eyes. Now, here's the really eerie thing. I was enjoying my usual immunity while working, my invisibility to Chilton and to Graham and to the staff, but I was not comfortable in the presence of Dr. Lecter, not at all sure that the doctor could not see me. I've never seen someone kind of breaking the fourth wall in
The writing process.
Yes, and yeah, it was very unexpected when I read this. What do you guys think of this?
So I think he used to live in like the Miami Beach area.
Yeah.
And he was like reclusive. He didn't do signings or anything. Like there was one bookshop that he would drop off signed copies to.
Mm.
And then but nobody knew really where he lived or anything like that. And I guess he still lives there. I don't know. But
I thought Thomas Harris was dead.
I don't think so.
Okay.
Let me double check.
I'm not the authority. So I can't find the quote right now, but he talks about something like, oh, here it is. You must understand that when you are writing a novel, you are not making anything up. It's all there, and you just have to find it. So he's talking about the writing process, but not at all sure that Dr. Lecter could not see him when he's writing just is so eerie. I really loved it.
He's still alive.
Okay. I'm sorry, Thomas Harris. Thought you were dead. This introduction is from the year 2000, and the book came out around 1980 or so, I believe.
Yeah, his last book was Karamora in 2019.
Oh, okay. Got some catching up to do.
We see lots of stories where fictional characters enter or interact with the real world. The reverse, where a writer enters his world. That's not something that's done as often.
So,
yeah,
I literally just finished reviewing a stage play in which the writer gets sucked in and reveals himself in the last act.
Oh, that's cool.
Yeah, and I won't mention what
Fourth wall stuff like that is really cool if it's done right.
Yeah.
Emphasis on if it's done right. Anybody else want to comment on that before I move on?
Grant Morrison, Animal Man. That's exactly what happened there.
Oh, really? I haven't read Animal Man.
Yeah, at the end of
Morrison is great. I mean, I love his run about Justice League.
Yeah. Grant Morrison appears in his last issue of Animal Man.
Wow. Cover reveal for S.P. Miskowski's Daughters of Catastrophe. It's really cool. I'll post the link. And if you have not checked out her book, her recent book, If You Knew Me, you should. It's only $3.99 on Kindle. It's available on Audible and in paperback, and it's also on Kindle Unlimited. So it's very, very affordable, and the more people reading S.P. Miskowski, the better. Nathan Ballingren's second book in the Lunar Gothic trilogy will be out October 21st. So we're coming up on it next week and a half or so. Cathedral of the Drowned is the second book, and man, I really loved the first one, Crypto the Moon Spider.
Yeah.
Any of you guys read that?
Yeah, that was good.
That was really great. And then, as I said, I interviewed Nadia Bolkin about her new book, Issues with Authority, and that this is a collection of 3 novellas that she wrote. The first one, Cop Car, I really, really, really liked. I liked them all, but that's my favorite. And so check that out too. Only $5.99 on Kindle, and reminds me of this this Doctor Who episode where the president tells this guy, "They tell me you have issues with authority," and he goes, "Thank you." And he goes, "It's not a compliment, son." So that's it. That's it. That's all I have for books.
All right, I'm gonna pass out because I have to go cook.
Yeah, I'm gonna go look for my cat pretty soon too. But
I hope you
cook
find it.
yeah, thank you. Cook something for us, Pete.
I
Any
will.
other topics before
Well,
we?
yeah, I do have one thing I need just a little bit of help
Yes,
with.
please.
I was thinking of showing the movie Werewolf by Night, the Marvel 1 hour movie for movie night,
Yeah.
Mhm.
but I need another 1 hour movie as a double feature. And I didn't know if you had any kind of good Halloween type stuff that was like 1 hour, like an episode of a TV show or a short film or something.
Cyclops.
I thought about Cyclops because it does have a runtime that would fit. But the fact that you enjoyed it so much has given me pause.
Oh,
Much pause.
um, Matt, why don't you look at the listings, old listings from like the film festival? There's got to be something.
I'll take a look. See, the thing is, I don't want to show some short subjects.
No, but there's some hour-long films in there.
You know what? Did you ever see the movie Minore or what's it called?
Yeah, yeah.
How long is that?
That I don't know.
Was that worth watching, do you think?
Yeah, it's certainly better than the yellow wallpaper.
Isn't everything?
But so is Cyclops. Cyclops is better than the white yellow wallpaper.
There was
I
one
know.
good scene. There's one good scene in the yellow wallpaper. The yellow wallpaper. The problem was
Yes, and then there's another
The
hour and a
ending
half.
credits. The end
no, it's
credits.
like the 2 minutes in the movie. There's a very funny scene.
Yeah.
Uh,
Matt, I know you said hour long, but you might consider showing AM 1200 sometime.
we saw that on movie night back when you were
Oh,
running.
okay.
That
was a long time ago.
Yeah.
Well, you could always
Yeah,
do the Mike Flanagan the first film.
Oh yeah, that's probably about 90 minutes though.
What's Mike Flanagan?
Absentia.
Absentia, yeah.
Oh, we
God,
saw
that's such
Absentia
a
too.
Is
It-
that
that
a
is
short
such a
movie?
great.
I didn't realize it was a short movie.
No, I don't think it's not a short movie.
no, we
Oh.
saw
But that is a
Absentia.
really great Lovecraftian movie for anyone who hasn't watched it. You need to watch
It,
it.
It was a really good
really
movie.
nice, subtle kind of special effects that I liked.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Anyway,
Mike told me that he used a stick for one of the last special effects because of their budget. See you, Pete. Thanks.
Take care, Pete.
There, Pete.
Oh, I just smacked my fingers.
Listen, everybody, be sure to go to I put the link in here again. Dark Side of the Bridge Studios.com
Yeah.
and check out Bridget's new book, Haunting Melody. Scott Jackson
Great.
says Matt could show the X-Files episode home. Yeah. Oh man, that's yeah.
Maybe
it's not subtle. I know that. Go ahead, Matt. Sorry.
I know I've seen it before, but
Oh,
I don't remember what it
God.
is.
Yeah. So, all right, you want to talk about your prize real quick again?
Yeah,
before we
yeah,
sign
sure.
off?
We've got a book. It's Edenville. It's a novel. There's a certain Lovecraftian sense to it, but it's not really Lovecraftian. If you want to win a copy, send an email to ezineprizes@gmail.com. We'll probably draw a winner. At this point, it's going to be mid-December, so you still got plenty of time to enter.
Okay. All right. Thanks, guys. Thanks everybody for watching. We'll see you next time. Happy October.